PaynePoints of Interest, we're going to be asking the question, should I go back to school for business? So stay tuned. All right, today's Reddit question comes from a user named Nickdiculous. You guys are just out of this world with the usernames.
I love Reddit usernames.
Nickdiculous. All right. He asks, I'm guessing it's a he. Could be a girl. Probably not, though. Should I go back to school for business? I already have a bachelor's in an unrelated field, and when I was young, had no idea I'd ever be interested in business or running one of my own. But here I am years later, and that's where I see myself 10 years from now. I fell into working for a local business that I absolutely love and have climbed the ladder to a point where I am right below the business owner as the top manager. So I'm already getting a lot of experience in daily managing of things, but thinking about the future, I don't really have any clue about the legal side of it all, or how I could start one from the ground up. So the question would be, would it be worth going back to school part-time for a minor in business to learn a little bit more? It would probably just be a community college, and I have no doubt that I'd do fine. I've always been really good at school, but I don't want to spend the money if it wouldn't really help me, or if there are other ways to go about it. Looking for any advice related to this and what you guys could give me that would help me start my own business in about 10 years. So, Mike, you went back to school for business.
I did.
So, what do you think?
10 years, man, that's a long-term goal.
Yeah.
Nickdiculous, I'm going to give you a Gary Vee quote. You got time.
You can take one class a semester and be completely done.
Yeah.
Well before that 10-year mark.
Here's the thing about going back to school for me, and let me start explaining why I did it. As a software developer, I didn't feel it was important for me to go back to school to get a degree in software development. I didn't have a degree, so I felt it was important for me to have a degree, but not because of business, more because I wanted it. So I went back to school. I did online school completely, Western Governors University, and tested out of so much stuff.
This person asked, I don't have a clue about the legal side of business. Did having this business degree, does it help you with the legal part of it all, or does it not really?
No, it gives you the very basics, okay? But nothing that you couldn't learn.
By Googling things?
By Googling things. By talking to, community college. Let's just say community college ends up costing you for a second degree, it ends up costing you, what, $8-10,000, something
Not
like
even
that.
Probably.
Maybe. Now it just sounds like someone from. Now it just sounds like Arrested Development. It's a banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10.
All right. There's always money in the banana stand.
Whatever it costs you is probably still a whole lot more than what it would cost you to sit down with a CPA
and a lawyer.
And
get advice.
As long as you're not getting one of them fancy New York City lawyers, and just get advice, get input. Or buy a book.
If you already have a bachelor's degree, even if it's in an unrelated field, to me, I'm not sure the value is there money-wise for them to go back to school for a business degree when what you just said about paying the an hour consultation fee for a lawyer or a CPA, you might learn all that information in a few hours or a week.
Yeah.
For a lot less money and a lot less of your time.
If you want to learn about international business, there's so many colleges and universities that put their syllabuses and curriculum online that you can go and get the books and learn it yourself.
Yeah.
The question is, do you want to go back to school? Right,
and if that's the case, then absolutely. If you have the want to do it and you have the means to do it and you have the time to do it, then obviously you should do it. If you're concerned about money and you're concerned about time, although he or she has a 10-year goal here, I feel like it's a coin flip. It's really just, what do you want to do? How do you want to spend your money? How do you want to spend your time? Because if you've already got a degree in something else, getting a second degree in that field when you've already had actual real-world experience, he's been working for this company, he's worked his way up, I feel like real world experience almost is a much more valuable teacher than a classroom experience, personally.
100% agree with that. That everyone, I would say nearly everyone values real world experience. And I'm including academics in that. I know quite a few people who work in colleges, in schools. The experience is what takes whatever knowledge you have and provides the proof that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That you've done it before.
So really, in a way, he's already been in school in his current job, learning the ropes, on a day-to-day basis. So I think that the going back to school would just be a supplemental thing and not really teaching him anything new.
Yes, I agree. It all boils down to, I would never discourage anybody from going back to school if that's what they wanted to do. Right. If you told me that you felt like you had to go back to school, then I would be asking you why. Yeah. Why do you feel that way?
Obviously, if you're about to graduate from high school and you're going into college and you think you want to do things for business, well, obviously that's a no-brainer. Go and get a degree.
Learn finance because nobody knows that crap.
Yeah, that's difficult. So, yeah, I think with this particular individual, that would be my advice. They're already learning. They're already in an environment that's teaching them everything they're going to need to know. And all the legal stuff you can find out pretty easily without all the cost of going back to school.
Stop thinking about it. Just do.
Yeah.
Execute.
That's always our thing. Do it. Just do it. I think that's going to conclude everything for us this week. If you have any questions or comments for us, or you have any topics of discussion, or you have something you want to add to today's topic, you should find us on our social media at PaynePoints.com, on Facebook and LinkedIn at PaynePoints, on Instagram at Payne.points, and on Twitter at PointsPayne. So join us next week as we talk about a whole other slew of topics for your small business. Thanks again for joining us, guys. I'm Sarah Harbuck, and Mike Payne, sign us off.
All right. Thank you all. See you later.